The North Shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. They run with a fourth-year man. This is Damian Harris.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Throwing Jones. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Montgomery. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes...
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. For Mac Jones, accuracy was more his calling card when folks were taking stock of the 2021 draft. But he's got a big arm as well, and he shows it off there.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
The defensive coach is losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Going to run the toss here to Harris. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the corner.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Ty Montgomery. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Patriots get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now a 7-0 game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 25-yard line.
Our first carry for the 2nd-year man. It's Najee Harris.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
An option handoff given to Harris.
And some space here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Anyone who watched Najee Harris at Alabama knows the kind of strength that this guy runs with, and he's continuing on that path here at the next level.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against him with one of their own.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd
look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown, New England.
Damian Harris,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Pats have moved out in front.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The drive will start with an option going left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. They'll try the right side with Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The Steelers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 17-yard line.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. There he goes, right side. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now Folk for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Patriots 21, Steelers 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, and somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
Off play action. Pickett.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. He's got a man, complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 68 yards.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and goal.
Pickett.
And that is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Pickett now, 3rd and goal.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, and what was once a nice drive stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Jones throw taken in by Thornton.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now Jones. He completes it to Henry. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's got his man, Thornton.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Sutton.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Pickett sets up play action.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Pickett.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken at the 46. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
He gets this to Thornton, and he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking it.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves starting to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any app.
Pickett lost it.
And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their 25-yard line.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway on a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Deontay Johnson.
59 yards. Extra point now by Boswell. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the 1st before he's brought down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll toss to Harris. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15.
Juwan Bentley was the one who found his way through and finished off that play.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and 14.
Pickett.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Pats at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still winning.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers are right back in this football game. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you presented, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
That one goes for 24 yards.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Pickett. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they run with Harris off the option.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
And the Patriots are going to get the football here at their own 23.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Jones. And that'll be incomplete.
Looking for Tyquan Thornton on that one.
And it's 3rd down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On the give, this is Harris. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that. When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
Jones looking around. On the out route, he's got Thornton.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 152 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of this season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they hold their blocks just a little bit longer.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And the Pats will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.